Los tres jueces por ese combate, the three judges scoring this bout at ringside, Jerry Cantu, Ray Corona, and Christy Rosario. When the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, encargado, el referee Raúl Caiz. Presentar primero en la esquina azul con los pantaloncillos rojos y un peso de 139 libras y medias. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing red trunks, he weighed in officially 139 1/2 pounds. Con un récord de 5 victorias, 7 derrotas, 3 empates y 4 ganadas por nocaut, his professional record stands at 5 victories with 7 defeats, 3 draws, and 4 wins coming by way of knockout. From Houston, Texas, here is Ángel Rodríguez. Y su oponente en la esquina roja, con los pantaloncillos azul con blanco y rojo y un peso igual, 139 libras y medias. His opponent across the ring tonight wears both the flag of Mexico and Puerto Rico. He weighed in 139 1/2 pounds. Esta noche él está haciendo su debut profesional tonight, making his professional debut from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Here is Luis Feliciano.
Yeah, it's too hard. It's too hard. Yeah, no, we're just going to drop him there. Okay. Luis, let's go. Okay, gentlemen, we have the instructions. Remember, punches here are fine. Shake hands. Good luck to both of you.
Raúl Caiz, Sr., third man in the ring. Look at the teletape, Doug.
And Feliciano, at age 23, he's 12 years younger. He is the taller man. However, their wingspan is equal.
Bethel Duran, Doug Fisher, we are ready to go. And Luis Feliciano in the red, white, and blue, the Boricua colors. He has a degree in criminology.
Ready?
Had it done. We are underway. This was scheduled for 6 rounds as Feliciano makes his pro debut. 2-time ringside national champion. You can just name all the awards you won, the PALs, the under-19, 2012 and 16 Olympic trials. He's 23 years old. His opponent, Angel Rodriguez, turned pro in 2006 back at La Villita Assembly Hall in San Antonio, Texas. Maybe a couple hundred people in attendance there. Here he is at the Blasco Theater 2 weeks after going against Jonathan Navarro. You're right, Doug, that old school. You get off the mat. Here we go. You want to come back in 2 weeks? Why not? Said he was watching the commentary that Steve Kim had last week or 2 weeks ago. He agreed. You know, Steve said, get that WD-40 out after 5 years in activity.
That was a good one.
He laughed about it. He loved the commentary. Said, but after that first round, he felt real comfortable. Didn't need the WD-40. Went the distance with him.
Yeah, he fought himself back into shape. From the first round to the 6th round, he got better and better and more confident and more fluid with his punches and even a little more aggressive. He wasn't just in there trying to survive. He was trying to win. And that's the right mentality to take into this fight. Now he's facing a guy who doesn't have any pro fights. But I look at Feliciano's body. He has the athletic frame of a modern junior welterweight.
Feliciano played baseball growing up. That was his first love. In high school, tried out for the baseball team, but really got into boxing, won a tournament. They really couldn't decide what to do, went with the boxing route. Also played some basketball. Puerto Rican. Doug, guess who his favorite fighter is? Come on, you know this.
Felix Trinidad.
I don't know how you always get these, Doug.
It's like I'm psychic.
Like you're psychic. His favorite fighter, of course, Felix Trinidad. He said he wants to fight in Puerto Rico a couple of times. Goes back.
When I say stop, you stop. Let's go, box.
As a kid, would always go to Utuado, Puerto Rico. That's where his family is from. His dream is to fight on the island.
It's good that he has that connection. And I think it's good that Golden Boy is not just signing local talent or talent from Texas of Mexican descent, but folks from the Midwest, folks from the East Coast, folks from the North, and of different ethnic backgrounds, national ethnic backgrounds, like Puerto Rican, which of course that culture has a great love for boxing. So if young Feliciano wins his pro debut and progresses the way people believe he will have a fan base.
Mouthpiece out of the mouth of Angel Rodriguez. Final seconds of the opening round. It is scheduled for 6. Feliciano and Rodriguez. Opening bout at Belasco Theater in downtown Los Angeles. Now we got 10 seconds to go.
César, ¿me escuchas?
César, 10 para esquina roja, 9 para la azul.
Yeah, I'm using talkback. I don't know, the box is not working, plus we're getting a lot of noise. It's almost impossible to actually have the headset on. It's way...
César.
Sí. Counter the twos. And I noticed that when you got to the inside.
That's like interference coming in or something. I don't know.
When you get to the inside, you got to go to work. Rip the uppercut because he's leaning forward on you.
Yeah, I think it's clean now. No, I got it again. I got the noise again.
You feel okay though? Right? All right. Go to work. You got to go to work.
Second round of action underway. Luis Feliciano in there. Marquette University. How did the Boricua get to Milwaukee? No, not exactly the hub of Puerto Ricans. His aunt left the island. A headbutt. His aunt left the island. She ended up in Milwaukee. She actually went to Chicago first, then Milwaukee, and everybody followed. You got the one there. We have jobs. Here we go. There's a clash of heads.
Let me see. We haven't seen the cut
And there's
yet.
some blood, huh?
He's leaning his head forward, like there's something dripping. Ringside physician Dr. Paul Wallace is
Gonna be
taking
going
a
in his
good
eye.
look.
Stop it. Go. Let him go. Let him go. Stop
Let
it.
him go.
Let him go.
Let him go.
All right.
Angel saying, let's go. He's a tough dude.
Let me see.
Yeah, he can feel it dripping, and I see it
Accidental
now.
headbutt.
It's in the upper inside corner
Time
of
in,
his
box.
left eye. He's dabbing at it, he's rubbing it, but he's going to have to get to work. Feliciano, he had a nice measured, poised opening round. He was using his height and controlling the distance behind a nice jab and slipping punch as well. Let's see if he can continue to do so in round 2.
Get back. Step. No, stop. Both of them. No punches behind the back of the head.
He's senior. He's been around a while, seen a lot of great fights, worked a lot of great fights. We're giving an eye between these two. As Angel Rodriguez with Picosito is in there. It's his nickname.
That cut is opening up. As Feliciano targets it with his right hand. The more blood that trickles, the more Rodriguez dabs with his left glove.
Rodriguez back in 2011 had a great fight with Jesse Roman. Ended up on the losing side of it. They lost to Miguel Buendia. That was in 2012. That's when he just stepped away from the sport of boxing for a few years. He stayed in the gym, but wasn't in it. Now he said he missed it so much. Loved being in there with Jonathan Navarro. Wants to come in here, try to prove something against Luis Feliciano. But he tried looking for tape. Not much of them. It's an amateur, but you can't take him lightly. Good couple right hands from Feliciano. Started boxing at the age of 7. Told his dad he wanted to box. They found a local gym. Mom and dad and sister are in attendance at the Belasco.
You know, one thing it sets Feliciano apart from a lot of these amateur standouts who turn pro. Most of these guys are turning pro between the ages of 18 and 20. Age 23, Feliciano, you can tell he's got his man strength. He's not as easy to muscle around in there or bully in there if you're an older journeyman fighter like Rodriguez.
Also the discipline, Doug, just to graduate college is one thing. At the same time, trying to train for nationals, trying to compete in the Olympics. Some guys just say, you know what, I'm not going to work. But
right.
When the hardest part about college is showing up.
Absolutely, and it shows that Feliciano has a discipline and a maturity that's going to serve him well in the professional ranks of boxing. And we're seeing it. And we saw his managerial stablemate earlier this evening, Javier Martinez, get a little caught up in the pro debut, work a little harder than he probably needed to, and we're seeing the older pro debuter fighting a more mature fight.
César 10 para esquina roja, 20-18.
Hola, hola, ¿me escucha Leo por ahí? Muy mal.
Angel, you can't be sitting on the outside, man. I know, but you gotta be getting in there. You gotta get in there, okay?
10 para esquina roja, 20-18.
Staying on the outside, and you gotta get to the inside. You gotta throw the body shot, all right? Looks good, actually. It's on the top of the head.
This accidental headbutt occurred. Just both guys were lunging forward. It was a hard clash of heads. Obviously, Rodriguez got the worst of it.
Third round of action between Rodriguez, the Boricua, and Feliciano in red. Feliciano in blue, Rodriguez in red. He's the fighter out of Houston, Texas.
And he is Texas tough. He is Texas determined. And I think his corner's done a decent job on that cut. It's not bleeding right now. So they're controlling the bleeding. That's what a cut man is supposed to do. It's great if your head trainer is also your cut man.
Save that money.
Yeah. You see he's cagey. He blocks and parries punches. He'll try to swat the incoming punches, but he's also, he needs to counter. When he does that, he needs to get his punches off. His corner wants him to get inside where he can work the body, and so far he hasn't been able to get past the jab and straight right hand of Feliciano.
Feliciano stablemate Javier Martinez out of Dallas, Texas, a fourth round stoppage in his pro debut. Also out of Texas, Virgil Ortiz, trained with Joel Antonio Diaz in Coachella, Dallas, Texas. He's watching us right now on the Ring TV live stream. Virgil Ortiz worked an MMA fight last night, Doug, and some of the guys that work with Virgil in the Indio Boys and Girls Club said, oh, you know Virgil Ortiz? That kid hits like a mule. So when guys from other disciplines are shouting you out, and they're like, yeah, watch out for him. Virgil Ortiz, hot young prospect for Golden Boy, 18 years old. He's watching us tonight. He'll be fighting soon.
It's pretty cool to have a reputation in boxing and MMA, even though you're just a boxer.
Feliciano, the Puerto Rican, started boxing at the age of 7. Living, training in Big Bear now with Ben Lira, Abel Sanchez, watching Triple G do work up there.
I'm seeing a very measured, economical boxer. He's pretty good at slipping punches. Kind of your basic stand-up 1-2 boxer. His primary weapons is his jab and his right hand, and nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the basics. Oops, a little slip there.
More blood. You see Rodriguez pawing at it.
Yeah, but the eye held out until about 30 seconds left in this round. So the corner controlling it thus far. Feliciano, maybe he needs to get to work on it. Drop some more right hands as he did in the second round.
Feliciano looking poised in there, knowing he has 6 rounds.
Yeah, he's not in a rush.
And knowing that he's going up against a dude who's a veteran, who's been matched up well, and has seen a thing or two in his day, who's also 35 years old.
How about next Friday, you all joining us at Plaza Mexico, LA. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy promotion ends the Chavez Modelo Tour here in LA next Friday. It's open to the public. It's
Nice 1-2 hook combination from Feliciano. He punctuates it with a right to the body as he backs the veteran up. There's a nice 1-2 hook combination as he backs up Rodriguez.
Come on down, hang out with Golden Boy Promotions. Chavez Canelo. May 6th, HBO pay-per-view.
Fourth round of action. Watching Luis Feliciano in his pro debut. The 23-year-old Marquette University alumnus. The reason he went to Marquette and he went to college, one, he's the first one in his family to graduate from college, but he was on scholarship also.
Yeah, they have a boxing program at Marquette University.
That he was at times thought about, what am I doing? Maybe this isn't what I want to do, but you couldn't pass an opportunity to go to school if somebody else is paying for it. Take advantage of it. You know, something always going to be with him. Criminology degree. One of the reasons he signed with Golden Boy, Doug, you're alluding to it, how Golden Boy is signing fighters all over the country. But with the new ESPN deal, Golden Boy will be traveling all over the U.S. and will be in different markets. Feliciano said he wants to be able to be a fighter known in the Midwest, also the East Coast, where Team No Excuses at, out of Washington, D.C. The Demetrius Ballard, Lamont Roach, Kevin Rivers. Philadelphia, they have Damon Allen. Texas, you have Tanahara in San Antonio, Joshua Franco, obviously the Robert Garcia in Riverside, but ability to have these kids go back to their hometowns and build their fan bases, so that was something that was very big for him.
This is my first time seeing Feliciano fight live, and I get the impression that he is a very serious competitor. Watching him between rounds, listening to instructions from Ben Vera, there is a laser-like focus. He is looking Ben in the eyes, and he is listening to everything. He is internalizing it, and he comes out and he executes. And we're seeing here in round 4, he's stepping up his aggression and activity. He knows when to do it. I think if he would have kept the same pace in round 4 that he did in rounds 1, 2, and 3, I might have criticized him a little bit and said, hey, okay, step on the gas a little bit, man. You're in control of this fight. Don't forget, boxing is a sport, and it's also the entertainment business. You want people to come away excited and wanting to see you fight again. But so far, so good. He knows what he's doing in there. And I like the defensive side of his game.
Feliciano going after that cut that was suffered as a result of a headbutt in the second round.
It's still, you know, obviously this is his pro debut. It's early to try to define a fighter's ring identity or style, but just based off 4 professional rounds, I'm seeing a technician. Somebody who's not going to get over with sheer athleticism or natural talent. He doesn't have the fastest hands, doesn't have great power, but technically speaking, he's sound. He's solid all around. He's got
Guys,
sound
I'm still having
fundamentals.
audio issues. My talkback is not working, I think.
10 para esquina roja. Todos han sido para esquina roja.
Hard. Although he's pawing it, he says he can see fine.
40-36. Sabor, esquina roja.
So you can see her, Angel, you're okay? All right.
And Angel Rodriguez, 5 years away. He's not gonna let a little cut have him stop.
Yeah, he answered the referee, Raul Caiz Jr. He didn't say, hey, I can see okay. He just said, don't stop.
Sí, señor, mucho. Gracias, compadre. Creo que ya ellos ya están bien.
Fifth round scheduled for 6 between Luis Feliciano. Golden Boy bringing him along quick though. You know, usually guys make their pro debut. You give them the 4 rounds. You give them somebody that isn't going to be much resistance. Now, they have plans for Feliciano to move along quickly. Angel Rodriguez is not an easy out for anybody. Bald head. Thanks to everybody watching us around the world. Como siempre, saludos a Don José Vitela. El muchacho de rojo, no es cholo, no es pelón.
Rodriguez here in round 5 is fighting with a little more urgency. He's taken some risks, and he's landed some body shots. He's not waiting on Feliciano, and I think that's smart. He might as well throw caution to the wind, particularly when Feliciano is working his defense and just moving his head without moving his hands. That's an opportunity for Rodriguez to get off. And the more punches Rodriguez throws in combination, the better for him. You're not going to catch Feliciano with 1 or 2 shots.
Nope, you're not.
Feliciano has decent head movement. Nice. Rodriguez has had his moments so far in round 5.
Also down in San Diego, Daniel KB619. Appreciate you watching. He also has a scorecard going on his own. Been watching since the first fight tonight when Jose Gonzalez had a first round KO.
No, that was okay.
Nice little step arounds you see from Feliciano. He's got good footwork. Like I said, there's nothing really eye-catching about his athleticism. He doesn't have flashy speed. He's not somebody who's throwing punches all the time, you know, trying to throw every punch in every round and eye-catching combinations. He's very careful. He's economical. He is what I would call a technician.
Wearing those Grant gloves. Here's Feliciano. And one thing he also knows about Feliciano, his style is adapting well to the pro game. During the amateurs, they go 3 rounds. So it doesn't look like conditioning is a factor. Well, when you're running in Big Bear with Triple G, conditioning is not going to be a factor for you at all.
Yeah,
it better not be.
Yeah, you're going to enter your pro debut with a lot of confidence, at least conditioning-wise. And there's a lot more to this young man than conditioning. He's smart. He doesn't let his hands go unless he knows those punches are going to land. And he knows when to let them go.
Economical, picking his spots.
And he's had some professional resistance from Angel Rodriguez in this 5th round. Rodriguez has landed some shots. It's been a competitive round.
Don't let the body of Rodriguez fool you. This dude is tough as nails. Aguanta. El muchacho de Houston, Texas.
We gotta pick it up now. I got it. Right here. Get him a lot of water. Get him a lot of water. There you go.
Angel Marifuco, ¿todo bien? ¿Todo bien? Okay, I want you to shake hands.
Everything good? All good.
Yeah, that's fine. You want to go another 2 or 3? Okay.
Right back. Keep him up going backwards. Keep him up balanced. And you can only do that if you're running. You can only do that if you start first. Okay?
1-2 combination. It was
So
like a
you got
1-2-1-2.
that, all right?
The first 1-2 was a jab right, and then it was sort of a semi-hook cross. He's trying to get in and around that high guard of Rodriguez.
Watch your hands. Okay? Let's go. Keep it clean.
6th and final round. Luis Feliciano in the blue. Angel, El Picocito, Rodriguez in red.
Let's see if Rodriguez empties the gas tank and just goes for it, the 6th and final round.
Actually, the nickname is Picudo. That's the nickname for him out of Houston, Texas.
What does that mean?
Like the one that's just bouncing around, like the kind of up to no good kind of thing.
Yeah, I can see him being that way in his youth.
Yeah.
He's probably mellowed out a little bit, but I bet he was bouncing around.
Yeah. It's that like that up to no good kind of kid, like travieso.
Right, the rascal.
Yeah, the rascal.
Yeah. I can see that.
With a little smile, a little smirk.
And he's in there with the schoolboy, Luis Feliciano. And we've seen a lot of facets to Feliciano's game because Feliciano was matched this solid in his pro debut. We've seen his accuracy, we've seen his poise, we've seen his movement, his defense. And for the most part, he's controlled his more experienced opponent. So he's been able to fight at a comfortable pace. So we really haven't seen his conditioning tested yet. We haven't really seen his mettle tested yet because he hasn't allowed Rodriguez to get in there and rough him up.
Rodriguez is going to make sure you don't look good in your fight.
Yeah. It's hard to shine against Rodriguez because he's tough, but he's also cagey.
And you're going to learn something from this. You're going to go back and watch the video like, okay, I can see what I could do. And as you and Steve have taught me, you learn more out of a fight like this than you do a first round 30-second knockout.
You don't learn anything from a showcase fight, you know. And if you're young and impressionable, those showcase fights make you think you're better than you are. They make you think you're faster than you are, that you're more powerful than you are.
Come on now.
So
some guys are going to believe their own hype.
Oh yeah,
in boxing.
There's a lot of kids like that out there, particularly in this social media age. They let everyone know that they're deluded.
Hey, these Instagram boxers are legit.
So it's good when you're in with the tough cookie.
There it is.
Like Angel Rodriguez. It keeps you grounded.
He likes mixing it up with you. There you go. Good action picking it up. Both of these fighters enjoying themselves here at the sixth and final round.
I see blood underneath the left ear of Feliciano. It may not be his blood. It might be Rodriguez's blood.
And that'll do it. Luis Feliciano's been a long time coming, waiting for his pro debut. Olympic dreams didn't happen, but a professional fight with Golden Boy did. He goes the distance against Angel Rodriguez. 6 good rounds.
I think there's a lot of promise there for him as a professional. He's got very good fundamentals, and obviously he's got a good head on his shoulders. And obviously, check him out. He's got a good team around him. You can't go wrong with Abel Sanchez.
That team does not come cheap.
Yeah, nice. You saw the right cross get through to the left ear of Rodriguez, an uppercut, split that high guard of the veteran fighter. There's a nice hard jab. He's trying to follow up with right crosses as he moves his head to avoid the fire back from Rodriguez. And Rodriguez landed some punches there. There was a nice little left hook. Some machismo, a little bit of showmanship to close out the 6-rounder. Right cross, left hook combination to end the fight.
It's not going to be the one that's going to get you the big headlines, but a fight like that later on in your career as you progress in your 4th, 5th fight, you're like, okay, when Angel Rodriguez was doing this, I was able to do this, and you're learning.
It was a workmanlike performance from Luis Feliciano, and I'm looking forward to seeing him again.
Y saludos a todos los que están mirando en México, también en Guatemala, and watching us all over the world. Alicia de Durango, saludos, que sí los conozco. Linus, of course, in Philadelphia, he was all about this. Looking forward to him. Keep those tweets coming. Doug's mailbag every Friday and Monday. I didn't get a chance to read today's, Doug, because I was too busy trying to stay dry from all this rain.
Oh, it's a fun one. Where, you know, Feliciano was a college grad. Somebody asked me about college grads in boxing, so I named as many as I could off the top of my head. And with any list, of course, I left guys out. So apologies to Chris Algieri. I left you off the list. I know you've got like 3 college degrees, so I mean, my apologies to the avocado-eating assassin.
Let me see what I got. I got Juan Diaz, the baby bull.
Yep, he was. I included him.
And I'm done.
The Klitschko brothers, they have PhDs. They were the top of the list right there.
Oh, I mean, PhDs in Russia.
Ukraine, man, come on.
Just like in Mexico, you talk to some of these guys like, oh, sí, soy licenciado. I'm a lawyer. I'm there like, wait a minute, they have the title licenciado. You're not a real lawyer. I want to see you pass the bar. Yeah, the Klitschko's, Juan Diaz, and Doug Fisher with a master's degree. Don't let Doug fool you, man. He's got a master's from Columbia.
Schoolboy Fisher.
Uh-huh. That'd been a good name right there. You see the judges getting stuff together.
Yeah, but a lot of excitement in boxing right now. We've got a good schedule, so fans are excited about these upcoming fights. They're excited about Canelo Chavez. Even if they diss it, they go on and analyze it for 500 words, so I know they're into it.
Oh, the best is the people complaining about, there is going to be a pre-sale on Saturday. Go to the Golden Boy social media pages. They'll let you know for Canelo Chavez tickets. But all the people who are already complaining about how expensive that fight's going to be, but they haven't released the prices. But you know the people complaining are the people who have no intention of even going and buying tickets. As I'm learning working with you and Steve, people are going to complain just to complain.
Sure,
and they're professional complainers.
It's their right as a fan.
And all emails
hardcore nutcase fan, yes. Send your emails to Dougie@boxingmailbag.com.
Yeah, and if you have complaints about me, send it to Dougie@boxingmailbag. Actually, no, send it to K9 Kim. He still uses Yahoo.
Y ahora,
Here's
damas
Joe
y caballeros,
Martinez.
nos vamos las herretas de los jueces. And now, fight fans, we go to the judges' scorecards. Ray Corona y Christy Rosario anotaron el mismo 60-54. Corona and Rosario have it scored 60-54. Jerry Cantu anotó 59-55. Cantu has it 59-55. All for your winner by unanimous decision in su debut profesional, Luis Feliciano.
There he is. Luis Feliciano, congratulations to the fighter out of Milwaukee. Sangre Boricua, as Steve Kim will say, Wepa! Congratulations to him. Marquette. Actually, he has his own video crew following him around. They've been following him around the last couple of years in his journey trying to get to the Olympics. Here he is with Golden Boy Promotions. 6 solid rounds. Good work for him tonight.
I think he is well on his way. As we see highlights from this fight once again, there was the accidental clash of heads. Looked like it would maybe prematurely end this fight. Thankfully it didn't. Rodriguez handled the cut as did his corner, and kudos to Dr. Paul Wallace for allowing him to fight through the adversity. You see some good work from Feliciano, working the body with both hands. Working straight shots down the middle. That's a nice lead right hand. He's got good timing. Does Feliciano. Seeing a combination there. As the fight progressed, Feliciano let his hands go more. That was a beautiful lead right uppercut combination. You see him bite down on his mouthpiece, grit his face up a little bit to settle down and put some mustard behind those shots.
Saludos a todos los que están mirando la familia de Luis Feliciano en Utuado, Puerto Rico. Cue the Mark Anthony. Get going. Ahí mi querido San Juan. Coming up next, El Conde, Genaro Gomez against Alejandro Ochoa. Beto Duran, Doug Fisher. No Steve Kim tonight. Led by Will Wright, Executive Vice President of Golden Boy Media and Entertainment. David Tetro, also in the studio. Luis, I wish I knew your last name right now, but he's a stud from Hawthorne Cable. Luis Gonzalez with the Z, my man who helped out in Hawthorne Cable. Ted Spears in there. I don't know who else is in the mix, but we got the crack staff going. Sean Hendricks, producer Sean. We got everybody. You know, you bring the A squad on a Friday night. When it's raining, you got to make sure that you bring people to make sure that the power doesn't go out. And Genaro Gomez, what he's done in his young career, he's knocked out the lights quickly.
No, he's all about power. What does his nickname mean?
El Conde.
Yeah, what is El Conde?
So that's a self-named nickname. The way his dad explained it is that when he was younger, they were taking him to spar, and he was just schooling people.
Yeah.
But in Spanish, it's a word called condenado, right? Where it's like you're the one out there dealing it, dishing it. And he was basically condemning people.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's about to condemn this poor guy.
That's exactly what
you
it
saved
was.
him. You saved this young man from the electric chair.
Oh,
yeah.
Watch out.
This guy almost...
Look at this quick reflex.
Yeah,
Boom,
it was almost a Bernard
there
Hopkins situation, but
you
have reflexes.
Oh,
You've got that, you're more athletic than a lot of these
Can't mess up my
ringside
makeup. Cannot mess up my makeup here ringside. But yeah, that was a scary moment. It was.
Oh, absolutely.
He hit the kid right through it. That was Gomez, who is 3-0.
It was Vernon Alston,
yes, it was.
who had a record of 8-6-1, the kind of opponent who normally gets out of the first round, particularly against somebody who only had 2 pro fights. But Gomez has a way of cutting that ring off, making that ring small on his opponents, and he throws with a lot of leverage and a lot of confidence.